Other world news now, and a drone strike on an open-air market in Sudan has killed at least 30 people. Activists and medical workers posted video on social media of what happened in a neighborhood of Khartoum. Last week, Sudan's ruling council issued a decree to dissolve the paramilitary rapid support forces. More than 4 months of fighting for control of the capital has killed at least 4,000 people. Let's go live to Hiba Morgan, our correspondent in Khartoum. So, Hiba, what more can you tell us about this strike and who's responsible for it?
Well, we know that it happened around 5:30 local time in the morning, which is around 3:30 GMT in the southern part of the capital, Khartoum. And it's a place that's densely populated by the paramilitary rapid support forces, and that the drone strike was carried out by the Sudanese army, killing at least 30 people. And it's not clear if all were civilians or not. But there is a dire need for medical assistance for those who've been injured as a result of the drone strike in the southern part of the capital. In that market. Now, that market is called the Daglo market, and it's one of several markets that have opened up since the start of the conflict with many stolen goods. So many people say that it has become a target, but that has not been clarified by the army. But there were civilians there. Many civilians go there to get some of their needs from those markets, those open-air markets. And now 30 civilians or 30 people have been killed, including civilians, and many others injured. But that was not the only strike that has been carried out by the army on Sunday. There were also airstrikes in other parts, in the southern part of the capital, Khartoum, around the armored core, where the paramilitary rapid support forces have been launching attacks trying to capture a military base. And there were also artillery strikes in the northern part of the capital, Khartoum. So airstrikes continue, artillery strike continues by the paramilitary rapid support forces and the Sudanese army, and civilians continue to get caught up in the conflict, losing their lives when the artillery or airstrikes hit them.
Yeah, and these strikes coming, Hiba, as the head of the military council, Abdel Fattah al-Burhan, has been on a diplomatic tour. Is there a sense that there's progress on that front, on the diplomatic front?
Well, we know that there are no talks happening right now between the paramilitary rapid support forces and the Sudanese army. And the head of the Sovereignty Council and Army Chief General Abdel Fattah al-Burhan on Saturday, during one of his inspection tours to military camps around the country, said that they welcome many initiatives, including the Jeddah Forum, where the United States and Saudi Arabia are trying to mediate between the two warring sides. But they say that they do not accept unacceptable interference. And that was a response to the African Union meeting representatives from the paramilitary rapid support forces. So the initiatives are there. There are some that the army is participating in. But when it comes to reality on the ground, there is no progress. There is no ceasefire that has been mediated over the past 2 months between the RSF and the Sudanese army to at least give a lull in the fighting for civilians to be able to leave conflict zones or try to get humanitarian assistance.
Hiba, thank you for that. Hiba Morgan, live there in Khartoum.